Hey, Vima team, welcome to this month's Message of the Month with our very special guest, Mr. Brad Alcazan, our youngest star ambassador, soon to be royal. What's your timetable like putting that together?
Looking at 90 days.
Wow, that's incredible. How old are you?
Just turned 26.
Hey, what is fueling your growth? You know, as I see you sucking down the verve there, you know, what's fueling the growth? Because I'm hearing some great things coming out of your organization. I think one of the things that I'm the most excited about is, you know, originally, I don't know, was it 4 years ago when we launched the Verve brand? It was designed to attract a younger demographic to Vima. Healthy energy drink, probably our easiest story to tell. People understand it immediately. But it sort of just exploded with the baby boomers. You know, people that never drank energy drinks, that understood, hey, this can replace my coffee, this gives me a lift, this, you know, I like the fact I'm getting everything I need, plus the energy. And then all of a sudden, what happened in your business that all of a sudden had to explode?
Well, I remember that, BK. I remember when we were sitting down and you were talking about how it seems there's so many people like my dad, you know, people that the baby boomer market has really adopted Verve because, you know, people obviously drink energy drinks, they want that energy lift, but you know, kind of what we've talked about today, you know, is the fact that it was kind of a market of overlooked, a market that, you know, young people weren't really maybe the right fit, they wouldn't have the money, they wouldn't take it serious, but I think we're seeing more than ever, you know, especially in the economy we're in, is that it's working for people. And so more or less, I think, you know, when I first started, I kind of prejudged people, specifically my friends, again, thinking they wouldn't take it serious or have the money. And yet when you show a plan, you show young people that this is something working, they're impressionable. If they see a young person that's having success with it, if they taste it, they like the product, their thumbs up with the taste, how they feel. You know, people have an emotional attachment to Verve. So it's not like a hard, you know, explanation for somebody young to stop buying Red Bull for $2.25, $2.50, or Starbucks for $4 when this comes in right at like $2.60 a can, and it's night and day.
Delivered to your door for under
to your
$3.
house.
Yeah.
And it's a night and day, you know, label to label, hands down a better product. So I think, BK, you know, trying to, you know, kind of put my finger on it really is we have designed a method, we've designed a plan of action for young people, and it's working. And what's fueling the business, what's fueling the excitement as we're seeing the growth within Vima is that young success stories are emerging. Young people that are you know,
no network marketing experience.
None.
Got to build two legs. I mean, it is.
Kaylee Warren, 19 on the Vima dashboard, should be on the dashboard this month. She's 19 years old and reached platinum in 5 months. I mean, where do you ever hear about?
Good in that car.
Yeah, like 19-year-old kids making $2,000 a month. So what we're doing is working. We're excited. BK, you know, hats off to you for designing really. I got to say the most impressive thing I've seen. But now, finally, we have a method in place. You know, BK is 100% behind us, and the future of our video, you know, action plans, you know, texting programs, everything that's going to make it easier for you. And that's what's so cool about BK. That's what's so cool about Vima, is that people here have an invested interest in helping you and seeing you succeed and seeing you make more money. And when you talk to young people today, you know, BK, you talked about it, you called me, you know, college debt, man, it's over $1 trillion.
Billion. It's over.
Is it a billion or a trillion?
Is it a trillion or a billion?
I heard it's a billion or a trillion.
It's got to be more than a billion. A billion
is
a trillion. It's a trillion.
It's $1 trillion debt now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. and think about it. And then, you know, I read an article, I think it was in the New York Times, that or one of them.
I know, this is what I do know. I know it's the highest. It's the highest amount in the history of this country right now.
Hands down.
The student loans, the student debt out there. And here's the other scary statistic, and it's like there's two ways to look at this. You take a look at the unemployment rate nationally, 9%. In the college age demographic, it's around 50%. It's scary. So you've got these two factors coming on board into play here, where you've got record college debt and you've got scary unemployment. 1 out of 2 people not working, and they pay all this money to go to school to learn how to do something and find a great job, and then you don't even have the job security. You don't have to. One of the big factors I think that is causing the explosion in the high schools and the colleges, because I think we're the only company in our industry that allows 14 to 17-year-olds
To be
with
involved.
parental permission.
To be on board.
No faking the parent signatures. To become involved as brand partners, and I think what's causing this explosion is the fact that you don't have to educate people that they need to find something. The people you're looking for, they're looking for you desperately. And so, how are they responding to this?
So
and I want you to tell them a couple more stories about what's going on.
I mean, what you're hitting it right on the head, BK, because what you're saying is that they're looking for something. This economy, people are looking for a way to make more money. So therefore, now we put a product, a tangible commodity, a product that when they get on board, they get. This isn't buying air. So when they get on board, they get a product that they already spend money consuming, and therefore
just transfer dollars.
It's just transfer dollars, number one. Number two, I think they like that it tastes good, it's healthy, but hey, I want to make money. What do I do? And so what we've now got in place is a method, an action plan that is helping young people go from 0 to 500 in their first 30, 60, 90 days. Most kids, I mean, we've got just a young guy I'm working with who's 18 years old, went 0 to diamond in 50 days.
Wow. In 50 days?
50 days. He's in his third month, and he'll go platinum this month.
Wow.
So now, and I think what we're trying to figure here is the response to the product is thumbs up. They love the taste and how they feel. They're impressed with the Phoenix Suns, the Verve nightclub, Dr. Oz recommending the product. I might have to cut that out.
That's all right. No, actually, if you go on to droz.com
and search Verve, you see the video and he had it recommends
I don't know if that has a big impact on your college market, but the parents, where I think it's strong is when the parents kind of looked at us skeptically.
Is this real? Is the product legit? Who's this BK guy?
I love the story about the high school principal that actually gets on the morning announcements on the whole school.
On the speakerphone.
And says, not speakerphone, but the whole high school campus. And what did he announce?
Says you're not allowed to do the Verve pyramid business here at the school in San Diego.
Uh-huh. And my first defensive response was, we got to get this guy on the phone and straighten him out. Let us know, hey, we're credible, we're real, we're legit. But then the other side of me said, holy smokes, you tell high schoolers that something's banned, that something they can't do something.
They're going to rally.
It's like you're going to have this underground movement.
Yeah. And that's what's funny is a lot of the young people that we're working with are calling it a young revolution. And you can relate to the Facebook story about how young people, started to create a Facebook page and then a wall. You can post pictures and track your friends and find your friends in college. And it was designed for college kids, remember. And now everybody and their mom has one.
But when I was listening to you, the one thing that you pointed out is that MySpace was predated Facebook.
Right.
And so you don't have to be the first. Mm-hmm. You got the rock stars, you got the monsters, you got the Red Bulls out there. You don't have to be first. You have to do it better and do it different.
Have a different story.
And you can dominate. And so I take a look at when you said that, it hit me like a ton of brick, because people don't even think about MySpace anymore. But it's all Facebook, and yet they were.
What did MySpace sell for? 500 million?
Something
crazy.
Yeah.
So and what's so funny, BK, is that again the product already relates. It's a transfer of dollars, but what we're talking about here is, Red Bull and these other products capitalize on retail. Red Bull vodka, the bar scene, the whole nightclub thing, and then they did a little, they did the retail marketing.
$900 million they spend every year in branding.
White, the branding, the sponsorships, the Red Bull air races. So why would BK, as smart as he is, go and try to compete against a big dog like that, doing $7 billion a year?
You got to go gorilla.
So we got to come in with the gorilla. And so on the flip side, go a different direction. Do something different. Do something that's not been done before. Hundreds and thousands of young people in high school and colleges, not in the U.S., in Canada, in Asia, in Europe. You guys were open in all these markets. We will eventually land there. When have you heard of young people making $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month
Driving
in high
BMWs.
school.
That's the guerrilla
In
marketing
college
I'm
and high
talking about.
school. And again, that's just never been done, and yet Mark Zuckerberg's worth $19 billion. So
24 billion, but who counts after?
Yeah, after one.
But one of the things that I'm excited about is the stories that you're creating, because it's great to have you with the kind of success that you have, but you know, success breeds success, and you've got these young people that are into health. They're smart enough to understand what's good for you and what's not good for you, and to be able to drink an energy drink, and you know, Red Bull's not going to pay you to drink their product, and Rockstar and Monster,
yeah,
they're not going to, yet they're spending the money. So we come in and we have this organic guerrilla type marketing program that says, let's have you guys talk it up, whether you're doing it through social media, whether you're doing it through frat events
Small
or sorority
meetings.
events, or you know, you guys do meetings at 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and I'm just thinking it's crazy.
Right.
But you have adapted this model to the market.
Right.
And you're just getting started. I mean, where do you see this thing? Where do you see this thing coming in the next year to 2 years?
And my dad says it so well. Facts tell you what's in it, but the story is what sells it. And again, I'm not the smartest individual in the world, you guys. I have no formal education. I did not go to college.
Didn't you go to a couple years?
No, I had a friend help me online with some online classes, you know, and
That is pathetic.
Hey, did you go to college?
I did not go to college.
How much are you worth?
Hey, but that's.
But see, you know what? That's what's funny, BK, is that, you know, you talk about the status quo. Go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a diploma, get a job. And again, I'm not here to talk negative on school. I believe in education. I believe in learning 100%. But I believe that at this point right now, that something has to change. There's somewhat of a flaw going on in the fact that there are many young people that have gone down that road. And I can't even tell you, BK, how many of my close friends have 20, 40. One of my best buddies has over 150,000 in student loans. He can't find a job, and he's stuck. And I'm looking at him. He's 25.
And he's smart.
He's a sharp guy, and he's 25. And I'm like, man. And so I think you hit on the head, BK. That, you know what, the young people like the product. It fits them. It's that it wouldn't work if it wasn't something like a Verve. But number two is there's got to be a plan of action. You know, step by step. You said an organic way to build this kind of a business, and the success stories are what's fueling it. You know, why would you put this in retail? First of all, as a consumer, I go into the store, I don't know what that is. I'm not going to buy that.
I'm too cheap to spend money on advertising.
Well, or smart, because this is about to get big. But part two of it is, you know, if it was in stores, why would you order it from your friend, or why would this guy order it from me when he can go buy it at Chevron every day? So this marketing, you guys, is different. It's outside the box. It's fun. It's Verve parties. It's Verve parties and having a good time. But it's fun, simple, and it's getting results. And if you're here listening today, the most important thing is that you focus on what's going to make your business grow, what's going to help you get to the next level, what's going to help you rank advance. Because we all want to grow. You know, I got to say, you know, I've been coaching a lot with Bob Proctor. I really am excited that he's doing a big thing for our company now. And you know, when Bob was working with me, you know, I had to change how I think. I had to change my paradigm in order to get my business to the next level. And I think that's what we're doing with young people. We're changing their paradigm. We're changing how they think. That you can go to school, and you know, we talk about all these big incomes, and you know, this is one thing, BK, is a lot of young people may not be able to relate to my income because it's farther along. I've been in it for 4 or 5 years. It's substantial.
Dude, you're 25, and what are you making? 40,000-50,000 bucks a month?
Yeah, like low 50s a month.
I mean, did you
when
you got started?
3 years ago, I'm as shocked as everybody else is. But I don't take it for granted. Why do I get off my butt? And I'm here in Arizona State. I'm at U of A tomorrow.
You're still hungry.
I was at NAU. I'm off with Luke Wilborn to Dallas. I'm going up to Cal Poly. I'm going to Santa Barbara. I've been touring through 30, 40 different colleges where there are young people that love the product. They want to grow. They need the support. And that's what we provide, is where do you find a culture, an environment of young people that are going to go, you know what? Come here, I'm gonna help you get going. Let's do this. I'm gonna help you, because if you grow, I grow. This is not that I'm better than you, or my position in the company is higher, or here's your product, good luck. It's like, look, we know that if you don't start growing, you're gonna quit. You're not gonna continue. And we wanna, you know, eliminate that that fear. We want to eliminate that happening by getting you right into action. Have a couple events a week at your house with a few friends over. Let them try the product. Some of the videos that we've been putting out. And you guys, what's scary is when we talk some of these numbers. I mean, it's literally doubled my business. It's since I plan to go royal, in the next 60 to 90 days. And what's crazy is that seems so far away 7, 8, 9 months ago. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's here.
You're there.
It's here. And it's all because it was one small change. It was reaching out to a young person, letting them try it, telling them what's happening. And then you're right, BK, it's the success stories, it's what's fueling it. And I gotta tell you what, I'm excited. This is re-energized me, it's got me refocused, and I honestly believe, look at these numbers, BK. 4,200 universities in America. Arizona State, 60,000 students. Every year, there's 16,000 new freshmen. And on top of that, the president, this guy's thinking real big, he wants it to be the #1 school in America with over 100,000 active students. And I ask you, if you're listening today, if you went to college or you have a kid in school or you're planning to go to college, you don't even think twice about going to college and doing homework every day, going to class every day, studying,
working.
all that.
Yeah.
You put all that in for what? And then if you graduate and you don't have a job, there's no guarantee. They don't care if you pass the class, if you graduate, if you know the material. They're not giving you a job. You get a diploma. And I kind of laugh and I think about this. I could walk into any company, and thanks to you and to your family and what you guys have done for all of us, you guys, and I'm not that smart, but I've almost made $2 million in this in 4 or 5 years. And again, and forget that. Imagine where we're going to go. Imagine the amount of young people that are going to just take off with this thing. Exactly, and that's why I challenge you to look at your priorities. Look at what you spend your time on. Put the beers down, put the video games down. And focus on how much money is in your wallet, how much money is in your bank account. And if that's not where you want to be, get excited, get focused. Change your priorities, change your paradigm. Start listening to Bob Proctor. Pay attention to BK's videos. Get on the website. Start to get excited, to get plugged into what we're doing. And you guys, we're seeing kids, girls, young ladies that are 19 in college go from 0 to platinum. We got 4 high school kids in Chandler, Arizona. I'm so proud of them. Went from 0 to gold in 30 days.
Wow. High school kids.
17 years old. And these are the young ones that you're going to see on stage in the next year or two that are going to be presidential, that are going to be growing. My good buddy Luke Wilborn, got in the business at 18, really kind of got moving around 19, took a couple years. He got married and he was getting his life and everything going in that direction. And he got back into the business full swing, found one young guy named Patrick Comer, real proud of him. You just met him, real excited. And this kid is blowing it up at his school because he has a plan, he's
How
excited.
old is Patrick?
He's 20 years old. And when have you ever seen...
What's he done the last 60 days?
He got in about 40, he got in 4 weeks ago. He ordered his product. He actually tried to come to convention. He's like, I'll bring 20 friends if you can get us a room to crash in. I said, come on,
20
let's go.
20 guys in one room?
Maybe, yeah, that wouldn't work. But he got excited. He followed the method. He had the support of Luke, the support of myself. He believes in the product, he believes in you. And this kid went and put his head down, and the people he's brought in and the people they've brought in, there's now over 180 active new kids that are on board with this, that are doing it.
In 4 weeks.
And they're so excited. They're so fired up about where they're going. You said, it's about where you're going. And if you have a plan and people have that invested interest in you, BK, I've never seen this before, you guys. In 4 or 5 years, think of young people in high school, think of them in college. Imagine when we go through, the West Coast, the East Coast. You guys, there's...
Dude, and then you got Canada. Then you got Europe.
Asia.
Yeah, it's staggering.
It's mind-blowing.
Let's hear another story, because I know you talk about Alex a lot. You kind of locked arms with him and helped spearhead this. Alex, come on in here and share with us a few of your thoughts on where you see this business going, but more importantly, when you get a new person interested in the business, a young person, where do you take them?
Yeah, well, Brad really hit everything on the head. We're just really excited, and they talk a lot about, the student loans and how school's not really teaching us how to, succeed and set goals.
And your background, where are you?
Yeah, I'm a senior at Arizona State, actually graduating, thank God.
Congratulations.
And
Barely?
barely getting by in about 30 days. And honestly, my friends who don't do VEMA with me are struggling. They're not even getting callbacks when they're applying for jobs.
Wow.
I mean, these guys have 3.8 GPAs at Indiana, Ohio State, Arizona State University business schools. And they were kind of promised these big corporate jobs with 60K and a BMW, and they're not even getting callbacks. So the point of everything here with Verve, all our friends already drink those drinks. Like Brad said, they spend money on Starbucks and Red Bull and Rockstar and Monster. Instead of putting your dollars there, okay, put it into here. We don't sell energy drinks. People aren't spending more money. Instead of putting their dollars there, they invest in themselves and they invest with us.
Right.
We put a plan together, get them into action. Right now, I know BK always talks about, moving fast, with the young people, because we really don't sleep.
Well, BK,
You're all hopped up on them energy drinks.
well, BK said it on the head, you guys. Less training, more doing. So many people I've realized in VEMA and in this industry, they're so worried about, I got to know it all. And sometimes that can backfire on you. Because if you know it all and you're trying to sell it and you're trying to overload people, they don't want to hear that. I don't want to be sold. I want to buy something. I don't want to be sold. I want to buy what I want to buy. And that's what we're doing. We're getting kids to buy into the opportunity. We're getting kids to buy in to the concept and how this can change their life. I mean, look at Alex here. He's a senior at ASU. Just 21, and what happened when we first met,
How long has he been in the business?
he started end of April and May.
And you're getting
And
close to elite, I hear.
150
Yeah, almost star
cycles.
executive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost
he'll hit
executive.
star executive this month, and we're going to put a push on to go presidential. Same with Luke Wilborn on fire. He's seeing a huge
No
surplus
network
of
marketing
growth.
experience.
None.
How did
None
this? Let me ask you
whatsoever.
this question: How, with your business background and at school, how long did it take you to get your head around this concept of network marketing and how we do business and that? I mean, was it completely foreign to you, or did you pick it up fast?
I mean, it was foreign at first.
Your parents
and
were-
my parents had a little background with some toothpaste and mouthwash, back in the 80s. But yeah, I mean, we just talk about how you have to keep it simple. Brad's dad Tom does a great job. I spend a lot of time on the phone with him, and he says everything that you do has to be duplicatable.
Something somebody else can do.
Everyone has to be able to see you and say, you know what, I can do that. I
Right.
can put a list of friends together. I can learn how to invite the right way, and I can have a couple meetings.
So tell me how you get a person started. Okay, let's say Brad's a new guy.
From prospect.
Yeah, you prospect him. He sounds like he's got potential. I mean, how do you get him engaged and into action?
Yeah, well, once he gets on, we always say it's basically free. You get a free website. All we do is we order the product, and then I'd say, how many friends do you have that already drink energy drinks or want to make extra money?
Right.
All our friends, no one's making six figures right now. All right, so he makes a list of people. I teach him how to maybe approach them, and then really I help him, get the ball rolling with me. Obviously it was flip side. I didn't know the product. I didn't know anything about you. I didn't know anything about the company. So he sat down with me and said, we can worry about that later. Don't even worry about how to get paid yet. Just get excited. And like Brad always says, people follow people who know where they're going, and people follow people who are excited.
Right. Well,
So
and
a lot of your growth, you're not really mastering the details. It's basically
it's just
ignorance
like a
on
virus.
fire.
It's like a virus.
It's just hop on the boat and let's ride. I mean, and what's crazy, and let me add something into what Alex is saying. We do a great job of finding the need. So you ask, if Brad's a prospect, and what are you going to say, or how are you going to get him interested? We find the need.
Well, there's a
Meaning
huge
that-
need in the college market.
Well,
I
and
think
look at this
everybody's
need.
got the same need.
Who would have, if you were in high school, you're a 16-year-old, 17-year-old guy, and if someone came up to you and said, look, I got something around this energy drink that by summer, you won't need a job. Imagine by summer you're making $1,200
you
bucks
got
a
their
month,
attention.
and you can go to the beach, you can go travel, you can go hang out and have a good time. It's the best summer of your life. I don't care who you are, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? I want to know more. So we find the need. It could be that many young people, they go, man, I have a crappy car and I want a Beamer. It could be that some young people, want to get to $1,200 a month. How many young people we've worked with that are saying that if they had $2,000 to $4,000 a month while they're in college, that's residual. Where could anybody in school ever even do that?
Imagine how relieved their parents would be.
Well, look at this analogy, BK. Young people, working at Jimmy John's, Subway, Radio Shack, Best Buy, $10 an hour. 20 hours a week part-time, that's all they can do. It's $200, times 4 is 800. After taxes, they're seeing $650. And yet in the Vima plan, in the Verve concept, you get on board, you order your product, you get your website up, you get a game plan, you put your list together, we teach you how to invite, and we've been seeing kids go from 0 to gold meaning you have right about 50 orders below you, and you're making $600 to $800 a month. So now we're replacing that money that the kids are working at those restaurants and really the crummy jobs they don't want to work at anyway.
Very
They hate getting up at 8 a.m.
No
to
upside,
go do that.
yeah.
No upside. You're working for somebody, being told what
Here
to
you
do.
can do meetings at 11 o'clock
and
at
now,
night.
All day,
exactly.
24 hours.
And then you got to throw in a little fun with it. These kids want, kids like to have a good time. Kids want to party. We don't promote negative, but we allow young people to let this be something that they can have a good time with.
Social aspect
Social
around it,
aspect.
yeah.
Meetings and gatherings, and but again, we are very focused on going forward, on growth, and on results. Yeah, it's a business, you guys, that I'm looking at it, and it's so effective, but it's not formal. It's very informal. It's natural. It's hey, what's up, Alex? It's not this formal lingo of so hey, how are you? We really
There's nothing canned
it's
about
nothing.
it.
It's
except
nothing.
this.
It's just be you. It's be you and be excited and show somebody that you know where you're going, or you're working with people that are helping you get to that point. I mean, and that's where I think we've got. I can't even tell you how many golds, and I mean, there's got to be.
So these guys don't know compensation plan. All they know about
Briefly,
is
we
Trial
go
by
very,
fire.
very briefly.
We give them a short-term goal. You need to do this to have your product paid for. That way you're not out anything. Young
Yeah.
people don't want to be worrying about getting
and to
debited.
have free energy drinks is
Free
probably a
energy
pretty
drinks.
hot topic.
So
yeah.
that's where we started out, and then we go, hey, this is what we've got to do in the next 30 days to get it to where you're making $500 a month. What are you going to do with $500 a month at 19 years old, or $1,000? I mean, I'm blown away. What is Kaylee Warren at 19 going to do with $2,000
I don't want to see it.
And so it's probably been shopping or something. I don't know. But that's what's allowing young people to control their schedule, control their future.
But those kind of little stories, they are going to breed more stories. And when you get these young people begin to believe that they can do it, if he can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. I mean, that's a dynamic that's just now starting to kick in.
And hats off to Alex. You guys, when we first met, the biggest thing I saw, and if you're listening in, I'm sure you're going to think of young people that you know, Alex had desire. Bottom line. He didn't need to know all the product and the numbers. I said, Alex, lean on me, just like your person can lean on you, or your person can plug into the videos and what BK and the company is putting together. You guys, the future is going to be amazing because we're creating a whole method, a system around this. But Alex had the desire. He had the hunger to be successful. But what's a young guy like him going to do to ever make $1 million? I mean, and when you were young, I want to be a millionaire. I want to have a nice home, a nice car. We all want a
They
nice
write songs about it.
right, and they want a lifestyle. But when Alex got excited, and here's the key, guys. So many young people today, and I hope you can relate to this, their priorities are messed up. You gotta, if you're listening in, you either one have to look at some of your priorities and put Verve, put Vima, put it up there at one of the main ones for the next 6 months of your life, and watch your life change. Alex made it a priority to do calls, to do events and meetings, to follow up, to do the little things. You guys, this is not hard. The business is so simple and fun, but he makes it a priority like he makes family, his church, his sports. He put it up there, and what he found was now that he made that a priority, the business reciprocated, and now he's making $5,000-6,000 a month, and he's 21 years old, and then and he'll tell you already. I feel at this point, and everybody's hearing the stories and all this. You guys, we don't keep moving forward for the money. BK, you don't do this for the money, man. You love being here. You have a passion, and when young people get excited about something and they
I
have
do
passion,
it for part of the money.
well, we all want a little bit.
A little bit. It's not my main priority,
Right.
but it's on the list
But
somewhere.
you have a mission, and
Yeah.
you have a purpose, and you're changing
But the
people.
biggest thing I like is, and what you guys are bringing is this dimension into these young minds, and we're able to influence them and teach them things that they never learn in class. I mean, this positive attitude and goal setting and how to get along with people and all of these people skills that determine your success, not just in business, but
Right.
your
In life.
success in life. And that is what's so unique about this, is it's like a personal development program that is wrapped around an energy drink and,
Right.
and a compensation plan.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be willing. If you want your situation to change, you have to be willing to change. And meaning that, where can you find something like this where you have goal setting, leadership, you learn how to lead others, you know, how to speak, how to present. BK, we have the right product, the right company, the right tools, the support, that I honestly believe that where we are right now, you will see Verve do over $1 billion just by itself, because the amount of growth that is happening so fast. Yet I know that if you're listening in, that can happen for you. You can find an Alex, you can find a Luke Wilborn, you can find a Kaylee Warren. You guys, they're out there. The problem is you just have never made them one of your prospects. You've never thought about them as one of your brand partners. And you guys, young people are fun. It's easy to work with. They're coachable. They're open-minded to paying attention to what is working.
They are coachable because they're used to getting taught all the time.
Being in school.
That's the thing. We've been raised to have an employee mindset. Every teacher we've ever had, every professor we've ever had, and like Brad always says, we're not bashing formal education, but they're teaching us how to be robots. And here, you own your own business, and you set your own time.
I mean,
and you just
we're in college, you learn how to make a lot of money, to run a business. I mean, the reason I feel even where I've been able to get to today is because I've been in the game. You know, if you're listening and you're just new, I've been in it longer. I've talked to more people. I've been to more events. And if you're willing to put that time in too, BK, the first convention I ever went to was in 2006. I was a diamond. I mean, what it took him 3 months to hit diamond, it took me 8. It took me another year. It took me a year and 8 months to go executive, what he did in 8 months. See, and that's why I'm excited, because if you're listening, it's not rocket science. If this kid right here is
Keep
doing
it
it in 8
simple.
months, we keep it simple, we make it fun.
And it duplicates.
And it's
Don't do
duplicatable.
what doesn't duplicate.
Exactly, man. And so we're excited. I thank you, man, for allowing all of us to be able to have the opportunity, and I know that when you see things like this happen, you guys, if you're listening in, BK, I've known him since I was a kid. He's passionate, and he's so sharp in following in the trends and what's happening. You guys, this could, I honestly believe, potentially could turn network marketing upside down. You never have seen thousands upon thousands of college and high school kids fired up about making money.
we haven't even started yet. That's what's
Like,
scary.
we're only 7-8 months in.
We
You know
haven't
what's so
even
cool
started.
about it is it's a cool brand. Kids
Right.
like cool. I mean, that's why Apple is so popular. It's just it's a cool brand. It stands alone. And you take a look at the fact that as a company, we're going to be devoting some major resources into developing training apps. So on your smartphone, you could turn your smartphone into really the action plan on how to build your business. We're going to be doing prospecting, texting, a lot of things driven right to the youth market to be able to help support it, which just fuels all of your momentum.
Oh, man.
And so, when you think about an opportunity, I mean, we literally have like the best, almost like an exclusive to the high school and college markets, with a product that is by far the healthiest energy drink on the planet, and it is cool, it's hip, and we got young people driving this thing, and it's all about leadership and follow through.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. We go to Alex's events down at ASU. Just one example: 70, 80, 100 kids in one house, excited. Ears open, mind open. Willing to do what it takes to be successful. And I gotta tell you guys, there's thousands upon thousands of Alexes out there. You got to be willing to step up, step out of your comfort zone. Hand them a Verve, tell them what is going on. Maybe you may not be that same age, but you need to try to relate and get them on Facebook. Have them look at Alex's wall, look at mine. It's a collage of all this activity going on. Look at Young Crusaders Vima. YouTube, Young Crusaders Vima, a phenomenal short video that talks about why this is working. And obviously, as we unroll some more of these programs, the website, I always drive a young guy, go look at the product, the company, BK, the opportunity on the website. You will be impressed. And I gotta tell you what, BK, I am fired up. I've been in this business long enough that I really believe everything I feel I've ever done is to this point now where we're going with Body, the remarkable results we're having with that, but now taking young people by the hand and bringing them from zero to hero. I mean, these kids are getting in front of and we've got high school kids speaking at a home meeting in front of 100 kids, telling their story,
We have a 15-year-old
showing
hitting
the
gold.
plan.
We have a
15-year-old.
15, Ben, Perry High School, hitting gold. He cannot drive a car yet. He may qualify for your car before he gets his driver's license.
What a great, you know what, that's just great to hear, because when I came up with the idea for Verve, what you
Isn't that what
guys,
you wanted
this
originally?
is what I wanted, and it never was going anywhere. We had the product, we had the comp plan, but we didn't have the leadership, and that's why I tip my hat to you guys, because you guys are the Mark Zuckerbergs of network marketing, man. You've got this concept that, like you said, it's going viral. People are responding to it. The environment for growth has never been as great as it is right now. I mean, this is like prime time to be able to be building your own business around Verve, and we make you look good. I mean, when you're drinking a Verve, when people look at your website, when they are having an experience with the company, it all reflects back on you, and people like to look good. And so, any last words of wisdom for the team out there?
Yeah, I mean, I just like I always say, you have to get excited. I mean, you've heard it here. You know, what we're doing is working. It's never been done before. And there are 4,200 colleges out there. There are high
In
schools.
just America.
Just
all
America.
over.
How many-
and we're not even
how many
talking
high
about
schools?
59
I haven't even
countries.
looked at that yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it is unbelievable where we're going. You just you know, like Brad always says, he always tells me, you got to keep your head down, stay focused, and just get your dreams and goals in front of you. And if you keep that, you know, close to your heart and where you're going, where you want to be, you know, nothing can stop you.
You know, Red Bull almost does $5 billion, just that one brand. $5 billion.
It's insane.
And I think they better watch out. What do you think?
Well, I mean,
they
you
better
know,
watch
BK,
out.
you're creating armies of young people excited about making money, excited about where they're going. You know, like you said, Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar companies are good companies. Props to them for what they've done. But they don't allow you to get in the game. They don't allow you to be a part of that earning, that sharing of those sales. And that's what you're allowing young people to do. You've now created an opportunity that could literally change America in the light that in our economy, in the student loans and in the debt situation. And I really got to leave you with this. We didn't expect this to happen, but it's happening. And you've got to be ready for it. You've got to embrace it, be excited, put a smile on your face, and get out there and share the story. And if you don't have the story, talk about Alex's until you have a story. That's what we do. You lean on someone, you leverage, use some third party just to get people to see what's going on. And I promise you guys, if you focus on this, it will grow.
That's it, guys. Hey, get in the game. Team, that was it. What a great impromptu. Thank you, Alex, for coming out. Brad, always nice to have you here. I'm proud of both of you guys. I'm proud of the fact that you're reinventing a new marketplace for the Vima opportunity. And like you said, I mean, here the Verve brand could be or will be $1 billion brand just on its own. We got the Body brand, we got the Vima brand. We got some things happening. So, team, great to talk with you again on this message of the month. If you're not a member of Success Club yet, invest $10 a month into your own personal development. Go to vima.com/success club, subscribe, read and listen and absorb and be a sponge for the things that you need to do to be able to take your life to the next level. Team, that is it. Keep up the great work. I will talk to you next month on a message of the month. Bye for now.